We're back. Today is Friday. Now, you might have noticed you never got a video last week, and that's because the progress has caught up with the videos. And now I've got to try and catch up a bit to get you a video out for next week. I've not worked on the car for, it's over a week. I can't think when I last worked on it, to be honest with you. No, I can't. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Today we're going to go and have a little talk about what we need to do next. When did I last speak to you? What did we last... Oh, we got the floor out. That's what we did. We got the floor out and never put it back in again. Which is another story. We're going to leave the floor out. I explained that in the last video. I will touch on it again in this video. But today, I'm going to get you off the tripod and we're going to have a little walk around of what we're going to do next. I've got all the panels to repair the front of the car. Yeah, I'm going to get you off the tripod and we'll have a walk around it. Right, here we go. So, when I went to the, what do they call it? The A30, A35 annual knees up, I bought a load of repair panels for the front of the car. And this is where I was going to go to next. So what I bought the patch panel for the inner wing. I bought the bottom of the front cowl. I brought a new front valance. And I brought the bottom for that cowl as well. To do that job, it's going to be radiator out, front grille off, and I'm disabling the car. Now, I will tell you that I had a romantic notion that once I'd welded the new inner and outer sill on here, I'd put the wing back on and I'd probably go drying it for the summer to see what I've got myself into. But the fact of the matter is that now I'm getting quite deep into this, I'm not going to be driving it. You know, it just needs too much work. So I've decided that I might as well pull the engine and gearbox out now. And I'm looking forward to that. We've done a lot of welding recently. I like the welding, don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed all this. But I'm sort of looking forward to doing something a bit different. I'm looking forward to getting the spanners out and pulling the engine and gearbox out of it. So this is what we're going to be doing next. We're going to be pulling the engine and gearbox out. We're going to be pulling all the front of the car off to repair the front of it. And I've had my mind set on this now for a week. I've not been in here for a week or two, so I thought, right, I'm going to do this. However, there's a bit around the back I don't want to do. And that is this piece. Now, what you probably can't see under here is it's already had quite a repair. And there's some quite big holes down the back of there as well. And I don't want to do it. I think it's going to be awkward and hard to do. And if I go to the front and do all the fun stuff, I'll always know in the back of my head that sometime I've got to come back here and do the bit I don't want to do. So instead of fun stuff, we're going to eat the vegetables and we'll save the mash for later. The boot is full of stuff. So today I'm going to empty the boot out. We're going to get the back bumper off it, take the rear valance off it, and see what's underneath this inch of filler. Because the guy who bought it off assured me that this corner is fully repaired, all the welding's done. And when I was negotiating the price, I suggested that I probably need to get all the filler off to see what's under here. And he got quite upset about that. You're just creating work for yourself. Well, he's created a load of work for me. In some respects, you know, this car is in really good shape for its age. I've seen some on the internet that are rotten as a pair, but this one, it ain't that bad really. But we've got to deal with this. This is your boot, obviously. That's the spare wheel carrier there, which is in really good shape. The problem lies down here. And that is my workshop floor. And those little bits of wire sticking out is MIG wire. And it looks a right bugger to do that to us. I think today we're going to concentrate on just prepping up, getting everything out of the way that we need out of the way to get access to this corner. I think that'll be a job well done today. So bumper off, rear valance out. The exhaust, to be fair, looks like it's had it. So we'll get that out of the way. We might even take the fuel tank out of it. We'll see how we get on. Right then, let's see what we've got. Let's get some stuff out of the way. So, what do they say? Let the dog see the rabbit? Is that what they say? I think I'm ready for some new gloves as well. Oh, these are $14.99 for 10 pairs off eBay. I like wearing gloves. These, I've been wearing this pair since Christmas, and they've only really had it because I've burnt the back out with a grinder. £1.49, keep my hands nice and clean. I'm all about that. Okie dokie. Let's throw it out of the way for starters. Oh, I'm just going to show you this. The bloke who previously had it, the previous owner, rather than spend his money welding it up, he spent his cash on having the wheels powder coated. So there's 5 freshly powder coated wheels, all with brand new tyres on, that have never really seen the road. Look, they've still got the knobbles on them. I don't know what he paid for that. Oh, very dark under here. I've had to close the door because it's not very warm in here, so. Right then, let's see if we can get the back bumper off it next. One. I think I'm going to pause you. Yeah, got a lot going on in here. Let me pause you for a bit while I get this bumper off. Here's another one, look. He's had, or someone has had, the bumpers powder coated. But powder coated over a really old bumper. Can you see that? It might not show up very well on the camera. Yeah, I bet he spent a lot of money on these, you know. Right, that's another bit out of the way. Right, I'm a bit sort of tight for space around the back. It's just, it looks like a big shed, but it's not, it's just a very wide angle. This rear valance part looks like it might actually be new. And from what I can tell, it's only got maybe 3 self-tappers holding it in. Now, you can't see it very well because it's on the exact same plane as the camera lens, but if I come round and just pick you up, you can see what I'm talking about. This bit looks new to me, or it's been cleaned up and painted. Let's see if we can get it off next. That's a flathead. Oh, they're all flatheads. Right, let's see what we can do. think there might be machine screws. I think there might be a nut on the back of them. Yeah. Right, I'll have to drop the car down and have a reach in the boot, see if I can find those. Let's have a look at this then. Oh no, it's an old one. Yeah, it's an old one cleaned up. There we go, look, we're off. This back panel, look, looks like it might need a bit of work. There's already grinding marks all the way along it, look. Someone's had a crack at it previously. Looks original though, you can see the original paint behind it. This wasn't a cream car, it was a grey car, I believe. In fact, that brings me on to another subject. Look at the filler in that, look. Gordon Bennett. We've got to get all this out to see what's behind it. I've only got up to here, that way. I haven't got any of this. Yeah, so this would have been a grey car. It's got grey on the logbook. And sooner or later we're going to need to paint the car, aren't we? The guy who bought it off said that, I think he called it Old English white, I can't remember. Very rare, worth a lot of money. Looks like someone sprayed it with a bike pump, if I'm honest with you. Now, I would like to go back to grey, but I've already got a grey car. What colour would you paint it? Would you go back to the original grey? Which I'd like to do. Yeah, what colour would you paint it? Right, let's have a bit of a sweep up and we'll see what we can do with this. You know what, I might take this exhaust off as well. It's got a hole in it here, look. It's had a repair here somewhere. You can see where they've welded it up there, look. A bit hard to see, not much light. How can I show you? There, look. It's had a repair there. We're not going to be using it again. I'm not even going to try and get it off. I can spend an hour trying to wiggle it off, or I can spend 5 minutes with the angle grinder cutting it off. I've got lots to think about. I don't know where to start. Fuel tank, exhaust. It's all quite exciting, isn't it? I don't know what I'm going to do next. You'll know as soon as I do. Going down. Right, I've got the old mounts off the back box there. Look, there we go. Now this has had all sorts of funny things happening down here. Look. Now is this OEM spec? Bit of a, I don't know what it is. Bit of a rubber strap of some description. Right, I reckon if I wallop that, it'll come off. Oh, I might have to. There we go. Right, if anybody wants a Bosel back box, give us a shout. The scrap man will be having it in the week, but if you want it, oh, it's got 2 new mounts on the. Oh no, it's not. They've had it. Yeah, totally bollocks. It's a bit dark in here, and I was sort of considering if we're going to continue making these YouTube videos, whether to get some. I don't mean studio lights, but just some lights so the videos are a bit more clear. It's a lovely day outside, but I don't like making too much noise, you see. I like to keep the noise in here. Look at that beggar, look. I've got no clue at all what that should look like. Not at all. So we're going to have to try and work that out, aren't we? Yeah, now look, the fuel tank's still in it. The fuel tank, to be fair, doesn't look too bad. I've not worked out how the filler net comes off or whether it's part of the tank. I think it might be part of the tank, so it might be a case of, well, I don't know, I'll have to have a look, see if I can work it out. When I bought it, I did put I put 10 quid's worth of fuel in it. Storing fuel tanks is a bit weird because you need them full really to store them. You don't want to get any condensation inside them while you're storing them, otherwise they'll go rusty. My MX-5 for instance, that only comes out between about April and October. The rest of the time it lives in here, so when I store it I fill it up to the top with petrol. If I take the tank out of it I'll have to drain it, but then it's going to be sat with nothing in it. And I'm going to have to think about that a bit. Unless any of you guys or girls know what to do with it, I might not even use it. But if I don't use it, I can sell it. Saying that, we've not seen inside it yet. It might be full of rust already. I'm assuming there's some wiring for the gauge sender. And I'm also assuming that's under that round bit in the boot floor. So we'll flirt off that next. I've not really got anything to drain any fuel into. I'm hoping there's not a lot in it. I have got a drain, but nowhere to store it. Oh, there's a Littleton's potty up there. That might be all right. Oh, fibre washer. Already fallen out. Well, we're ready. Okay. Take off the filler cap. Let the vacuum out. There we go. Oh. Nearly went in my eyes. It's a bit of an ugly pour. I bet your man at Russell Hobbs designing kettle spouts wouldn't be very happy with this. I'm going to make a mess, aren't I? Just see we're dropping the ramp down. Just a touch. Pretty clear though. Sometimes it's handy just having a bit of petrol knocking about for cleaning things. Obviously, in this day and age, there's some really nice solvents and cleaning stuff, but if you've ever got anything covered in underseal or things like that, a bit of petrol really helps. We're up to about there. I think I'm going to have to sling the bung back in it for now, because this is about, it's about there. I need to try and find a container to put this into. Right then, there's a fair amount in there, look. What the bloody hell am I going to do with that? I've got nowhere to put it. Okay, you're still on the tripod. What I've done is I've cut the side out of a Henry Hoover bag, a brand new one, to see if we can't just try and filter this fuel off. Because in some respects it seems a bit of a shame to waste it. Right, that was your first pour. That was the extra virgin. Let's see what else comes out. There's a bit of crap in it, but I think a bit of that might just be off the outside of the tank where I've undone this, you know. I'm gonna pause you. This has taken a month of Sundays, isn't it? I reckon I've got another. I'm gonna have to empty this again before I get it all out, I think. And I really need a wee now as well. Let me pause you. My mate's behind you. And he's laughing at me, talking to himself in here, look. We've managed to crack the fuel pipe. And we've got the drain tub underneath it. And I think it'll only be whatever's in the pipe that'll come out of here now, I think. Because we've pretty much got it all out of the tank. There we go.
Hey.
Listen to that in there, look. That's scrapping to that is. No doubt about it. Right, let's get these fellas off the tripod and we'll show them what we've found, shall we? While my mate's here, he's going to be the cameraman. Now, I don't know if you can hear this. Sounds like someone's tipped a load of building sand in it. So I think we'll take the sender out of it. Just out of curiosity, I think, more than anything else, eh, Matt?
Yeah, definitely.
We'll take the sender out and we'll see what's in there. But I think that, unless somebody wants it, we might advertise it as rusty. And then think of maybe putting a fuel cell in the back rather than this fella here. So out of curiosity, we just thought we'd have a quick look, see what's inside here. These are all coming out really easy, aren't they? Right. Let's just get a... Has it gone?
Oh, what?
Oh yeah, look at that look. I don't know if that'll clean up, you know. Hang on to that. Oh yeah, look at there, brother. Bloody hell. Knackered that is. Let's see if we can, how can we see that a bit better? Oh yeah, that's bollocks, isn't it? Let's see if we can focus down there, look. Right, well I think we're going to sentence that to the scrap bin, our kid, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Unless someone knows of a way of cleaning it out. I mean, I've seen people in the past put like little round pebbles and stuff inside them and shake them around. And I've even seen some kind of like liquid bladder you can pour inside them to seal them. But I don't think we're going to be using it again. I think we might go... I'm giving the game away a bit here, but I think we might put a fuel cell in the boot. We'll have to wait and see, won't we?
The light's not so good behind you, mate.
Let's come around this side.
Yeah, that'll be better.
There we go.
Is
that better?
That's a lot better.
So, we were going to get the electrical tester out and measure the resistance between the pin and the body of it until we realise that the float is full of petrol. So it won't work anyway, so that's junk as well. So I'm a bit for the scrap man this week, won't we? I don't know if you can hear that. It's full of petrol. So it won't float anyway. It's a scrapper. We'll keep the screws, eh? That's about the only thing we can salvage, I think. They might come up with something. Might be a bit awkward to film this. I'm going to end up with my back to you. And I know it looks like a big shed, but it's not. You're on wide angle. Let's see how we get on, shall we?
We'll just give it 5 minutes for the dust to settle.
Looks like Pablo Escobar's had a beano around here, doesn't it? Right, let me get a bit daunting when I cut this off. I thought, bloody hell, what we got here? But it's not actually that bad. But I am gonna have to make a piece of it. I'll explain in a minute. First of all, like Time Team, we'll look at what we've cut out. So, this is the bit that's been repaired by the previous owner. And as you can see there, it's probably got nearly 4mm of filler in it. Yeah. So it's had a hole in the back, which I'll draw around. I don't know if it's obvious because the light isn't brilliant, but the hole goes around there like that. And they haven't cut it out, they've just put a plate over the top of it. And you can see the weld where it's penetrated through on the back. And because they've welded over the top, it's left it proud on the other side of it. And that's what that lump is there, you see. And there's some real good lumps in it. Don't know how well you can see that. So that's the bit we've taken out. I've cut across the line, but I've left a bit in it, so we've got something to play with. So we can put the new piece back in again. This is the bit I'm going to have to think about. Not sure if you can get that. If you can, I might buy it. But essentially, all I need is to make that part there. This piece comes in the new panel. The bottom of it, I'll make with a separate flange, like we did do with the inner wheel arch around here. We'll weld a separate, you can't really see because of the light, but we'll weld a separate flange onto there. I really want to cut this piece out to see what's behind it. I've got the inner panel to replace it. I think I've already shown it to you once before. I don't know what I've done with it. Like I say, I'm in a bit of a mess at the minute. See you, look. Yeah. This bit here. Now let me swap hands. It's trying to work out what should be there. That's a tricky bit. Now, let me just see how I did it. That, let me get it right. As you're looking at it, that goes in like that to that height. So we've got to get all that out somehow. Put this piece back in. This kind of makes, can you see that flat? I can't really point to it because I've got my hands full, but that is sort of that bit, if you sort of see what I'm getting at. So all that's got to come out somehow, which I don't know if we can get the plasma cutter in there. That might be a job for the plasma now the fuel tank's out. And this bit, I think we'll just clean it up and see what we've got. If we need to make a new bit, we'll definitely have to make a new back part. I'll have to look on, maybe look on the other side actually and see what we've got on the other side to fill the hole up. I said I wasn't looking forward to this, but I'm actually quite enjoying myself. Ah, look, this has had a repair this side at the back. Can I get you up there to see? They've put a bit in like that, look. That doesn't look like a bad repair, actually. Yeah, Oh, and they fill. Oh no. Sorry, I'm not pointing in the right direction, am I? The repair on this side is much better than the repair on the other side. We might be able to leave that side in, where this side we're going to have to definitely bugger about with it a bit. But I might end up having to make that part. We need to be careful though, because it's got a radius in it here. So I don't want to have to try and make that bit. So it's going to have to be a thin, maybe just at the top of that repair there, a thin bit that goes across. Cut it across there. Yeah, cut it across there. Cut the bottom out. Might need a bit of Dutch courage for that. Might sleep on that bit. No, I might see if you can buy it. If you can buy the repair panel for it, I'll order the repair panel. But in the meantime, let's have an Hoover up, shall we? Right then. I've just spoken to the gentleman who supplies the panels, and I've told him where I am, and I've asked him if he can get this corner, and he says you can. So let me just show you again what we're after. We're after this bit down. Brace yourself. That bit is £20. I'm not even gonna muck about for 20 quid. Just gonna chuck it in the post for me. What he's also done is put this in the post for me as well. So we're gonna get a repair panel for the bottom of the door while I'm at it. So job lot, including postage, I think was 50 nicker. So that's the door repaired and this back quarter completely done. Anyway, I'm gonna mop the floor, I'm gonna tidy up. We're gonna get a video out, that's a good thing, isn't it? I can't really do much more until the new panel turns up for that back corner. Once we get that, we can get the grinder in it, cut out that repair, the previous repair. We can make a nice job of that back corner. And then that'll be that back corner done then. I'll be really happy with that. So until then, we're stuck. So while the sun's out, I'm going to tidy up, have a sneaky little lager, and I'll see you next time.